Alright, let's dive into this because it's a move that's got the tennis world buzzing. Jelena Ostapenko, the 2017 French Open champ, has just hired Iga Swiatek's ex-coach, Piotr Sierzputowski. And honestly, this is the kind of strategic play that makes you go, wow, someone's thinking long-term here. What makes this really interesting is the dynamic between these two players. Ostapenko has this unbeaten record against Swiatek, 6 matches, 6 wins. That's not just a streak, it's a psychological edge. So, when Ostapenko brings in the guy who essentially built Swiatek's game, it's like she's saying, I'm not just here to compete, I'm here to dominate. But let's pause for a second. Why would Sierzputowski take this job? I mean, he's already got a legacy with Swiatek, a Grand Slam title, a top 10 ranking. Personally, I think it's about the challenge. Coaching someone like Ostapenko, who's got raw power but has been inconsistent, is a completely different puzzle. And what many people don't realize is that Sierzputowski isn't replacing her current coach. He's joining the team. That's a collaborative approach, not a takeover. It suggests Ostapenko's team is serious about building something sustainable, not just a quick fix. Now, let's talk about the timing. They're starting this partnership right before the US Open, and they're flying to Canada for the Canadian Open first. If you take a step back and think about it, Canada has been a tough tournament for Ostapenko. She's never made it past the 3rd round. So, this isn't just about the US Open. It's about proving a point in a place where she's historically struggled. This raises a deeper question. Can Sierzputowski help her break through in these WTA 1000 events? Because, let's be honest, if she wants to climb back to the top, those are the tournaments she needs to win. What this really suggests is that Ostapenko is tired of being just good. She's been hovering around the top 30, but she's got the talent to be a consistent top 10 player. And here's where it gets fascinating. Sierzputowski knows Swiatek's game inside out. So, if Ostapenko faces Swiatek again, and let's be real, that's the matchup everyone's waiting for, she'll have insights that no one else has. That's a game changer. But it's also a risk. If Ostapenko loses to Swiatek with Sierzputowski in her corner, the narrative flips. Suddenly, it's not just about the player, it's about the coach's legacy too. One thing that immediately stands out is Sierzputowski's comment about Ostapenko calling him directly. That's huge. It shows initiative, it shows drive, and it shows that this was Ostapenko's idea. In my opinion, that's the kind of player-coach relationship that works, when the player is the one driving the vision. It's not just about hiring a big name, it's about finding someone who aligns with your goals. And from my perspective, this partnership feels like it's built on mutual respect, not just on Sierzputowski's past success. So, where does this leave Swiatek? Honestly, I think it adds another layer to their rivalry. Swiatek's dominated the sport, but Ostapenko has been her kryptonite. Now, with Sierzputowski in the mix, it's like Ostapenko's leveling the playing field, or maybe even tipping it in her favor. But here's the thing. Tennis is as much a mental game as it is physical. If Swiatek feels like her ex-coach is now working against her, that could play mind games. Or it could light a fire under her. Either way, it's going to be fascinating to watch. As we head into the Canadian Open, I'm keeping an eye on 2 things. How quickly Ostapenko adapts to Sierzputowski's input, and whether this partnership can actually translate into results. Because at the end of the day, tennis is a results-driven sport. But if you ask me, this move is about more than just winning matches. It's about reshaping the narrative around Ostapenko's career. And personally, I think that's what makes this story so compelling. It's not just about the tennis. It's about the strategy, the psychology, and the ambition behind it all. So, let me know in the comments, do you think this partnership will pay off? Or is Ostapenko taking a risk that might backfire? Let's discuss.